hello, everybody. How you doing? Good to see everybody. Happy. Hold on, I'm gonna turn that off because that I gotta change that actually, because we're all going to Todd tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here on this very special evening. Let me. How do I switch that? Hold on, I gotta figure this out. But and I will do that here shortly. Let me do this. So, welcome, one and all. We'll take care of that here in a little bit. But welcome to the Truth Cast. We are at about right now. We are at about 1,200, 1,300 strong here in the theater in Snedeker Theater. So welcome, one and all. I hope you had a good day today. We're going to have a quick, fun broadcast for you tonight. I'm going to have Todd come in super early so we can celebrate him. It is his 56th birthday. So we definitely, I thought I turned that off. Do not use that. Well, any money that you guys, if you guys would rather send to the show, you can do that like what you normally do. It's all going to Todd tonight. So let's pour the love on for Todd, please, tonight, guys, so he can make it a really special birthday. I know it is already. Todd, why don't you call on in, bud? Let's check our coats, folks. If you're new here, welcome. You're among friends, and you can absolutely hold on one second. Do I still have? Christy's calling me about something. Hold on. Hello. Awesome. Okay, we're on. Thank you. Awesome. Bye-bye. Okay, just all share it out to all the different platforms, and thank you, Christy, for that. And yeah, so let's, if you're new here, we do a process where we imagine coming in from the cold into the theater. You're not going to leave your big, bulky coat on. And we imagine that coat is our indoctrination, our preconceived notions, our unconscious bias, and our ego. And we take off the coat, we check it at the coat check, we get a claim tick, we come on in, and grab your favorite snack, your favorite your favorite person, your favorite pet, and come on in, your favorite beverage. And so glad to have you all here. We're up over 1,500 right now live, coming to you live from Topanga, California, at Snedeker Theater. And so excited to have you guys here tonight so we can celebrate Todd's birthday. And when you're ready, buddy, no rush. Just want to get you in and out because so you can spend the night with your family too. But we got to come in and say hey to the Sned family, right? So, excuse me, folks. So, first off, a couple things. A little administrative stuff here. Thank you all who went to the share tonight that Amy did, the Zoom. I think there were over 30 of you there, and so thank you for that. I'm so glad. I'm anxious to hear about that and how that all went. And so, but I thought that was pretty cool that the Snedheads really stepped up on that. And there we are. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Amy did a wonderful job this evening on the Zoom.
Yeah, did you like it?
I loved it. 32 wonderful human beings was a part of
Awesome.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
She's pretty awesome,
Thank you,
isn't she?
everybody. Oh, she's wonderful. Very knowledgeable, and it was very uplifting and a good reminder for some things that I had forgotten. So it was really,
Cool.
really nice. Yep.
That was the
And thank you, everybody, for your wonderful wishes from my love here that's next to me. His head's getting a little big in the bedroom, but
Are we
no,
ready? Are
just
we ready
kidding.
for the song? Are we ready to introduce Mr.
Yes.
Tesla?
I was gonna say you've got to sing, right?
Yeah, well let's introduce him. Everybody, my good friend, my longtime friend from Springfield, Illinois. Please help me welcome the birthday boy Mr. Todd Gedeminski.
Woo! And the crowd goes wild.
Dave, are there 3,000 people yet?
Uh, no.
Call me
Yes.
back. Bye.
Well, I had you come in early. This is the people normally skip over me here to get to you later. So, that's why we don't fill
Fast
up like
forward.
they're not used to having you on early.
Me neither. This is weird.
All right, everybody,
I
we
just got
ready?
to tell you, I got to thank everyone for all their birthday wishes and their kind messages. I've been reading and reading, reading, and I've been actually trying to reply to all my messages. It's impossible, but I'm going to try.
Awesome.
And I'm not going to cry on my birthday. I don't care how nice you are. I'm saving it till tomorrow. So at 12:01, I'll read some more and
Well,
maybe even whip out a tear or two. They were really, really touching. How important, it is in this journey that we've taken together for this approximately a year, a little over a year.
mm-hmm.
It's amazing when people pour their hearts out and say, that you're having an effect. And,
Yep.
and it goes both ways, but it certainly is humbling. So I appreciate all the well wishes, and some of you are actually kind of funny too. So I'll give you that.
Hey, well, let's do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Come on, everybody. To you. I don't hear you, everybody.
I'm not singing,
Happy
no way.
birthday, dear Todd Gedeminski. God Tedeminski. Happy
Oh, please.
birthday, Mr. Tesla, to you.
Hey, thanks, Dave.
You're welcome,
I think you're
man.
getting better. Dave. Have you been? Did you get that 50 cents I sent for singing lessons?
Obviously not.
Oh, yeah, God, that was
It,
great, man.
it
Okay,
doesn't
I'm not
go
crying.
that 50 cents doesn't go very far out here in California, pal.
That's not even a down payment, right?
No, exactly. I am my wouldn't you know it, my what do you call it? My keyboard is like lagging. Um Guys, if you want to contribute to this young man of 56, his birthday. His PayPal is at GDMNSK. Guys, let's kick him $5, $10, huh? Let's kick in here and give Todd a nice pressure valve, a financial pressure valve. What do you say? Uh-huh.
The teapot is about ready to go.
It's a, he's about ready to blow his top, right?
Yeah,
That
don't turn it into a telethon for Tesla, but I do appreciate everybody, whatever they, whichever way you send, the thoughts and prayers and the good well wishes are just as good as any monetary thing. But
yep.
it's been a hell of a year. It kind of makes you reflect back. I'm sure it hit you on your birthday what's happened in the last year too, and you kind of almost every year you think back almost like a where was I on my last birthday? What was I doing? And
Yep.
wow, what a journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible, right? I mean, it's the whole, what will we remember about our 55th year on the planet? Really
Right.
56th. 56 when you
Right.
really get down to it.
I'll take 55. That's fine.
Um and
My
yeah,
first year doesn't count, Dave, because I don't remember much. I was kind of young then.
that's true. That's true. That's very true.
It should only count from when you start remembering things. So
um
I think I started remembering things about 45.
there you go. It's it's a new place where we're at. Sorry, I've been a little distracted trying to get that up. I was trying to get that up before the start. But it's been an interesting year, my friend. And a year ago, had were we doing the show yet together?
Seems like it, yeah.
It
I
does,
think we
right?
were in, yeah, because we were already into the COVID.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
marking our birthdays and the show starting by COVID is kind of obnoxious, isn't it?
I know, I know. Yeah.
And I think that was when they started. Are we through the 2 weeks to stop the spread or flatten the curve? That's what it was.
Flatten the
Are
curve.
we, have
Yeah.
we flattened it yet, Dave?
By the way, everybody that talks about flattening the curve, none of them have flattened their own curves. So what makes you think that they're going to be able to flatten our curves or any curves for that matter, right?
And then
We're
you have the CDC lady coming out and acting like it's like we're all gonna die tomorrow
yeah,
now again. So
yeah,
here comes wave 4. Everybody be ready.
yep, exactly, exactly.
We didn't see that coming. I mean, I told my brother a few weeks ago. I said, "Well, do you think when everybody gets the jab that it's going to be any different?" I mean, they've already told you that you still have to stay away from each other. You still have to mask up. So
Nothing changes.
what's the incentive?
Nothing changes.
And maybe Joe will let us have a barbecue on the 4th of July, Dave. I
Yeah,
really hope that he can find it in his heart that we can have more people over because I've been
yeah.
waiting for his permission.
Well, listen, if I felt for a second that Joe Biden knew when July 4th was, I might have a problem with his verbiage. But he thinks it's tomorrow, so I think that's what we're up against.
Oh God, talk about a comedy. I
Oh,
mean, it's just I think about it, and it is so hard on people. But I don't know how long we've been saying it, Dave. The worse it gets, the better I feel.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
even my brother said, Todd, today I went over after work and gave him a Healy treatment, and we usually, spitball back and forth. And he said, he goes, you're right. He goes, there's no way that this is reality. And I was like, I know you're getting it. And he's waking up so
Dude,
fast.
isn't that exciting? Somebody just said they feel like they've been living in the twilight zone. Um,
It's worse. It's worse.
yeah,
I mean, because it's reality. It's what people are saying you have to do. And, I'm watching the NCAA tournament, March Madness. I used
yeah.
to get into it, big guy in it. You were into it. We were all into it. And I watched it, and I'm seeing coaches that pull their masks down, scream and
Oh my God.
spit and holler as loud as they can, and yell and yell and yell. And then when the players come over to the bench, they put it up like, oh, I better put my mask on.
Hmm.
And it's just so it doesn't make a bit of sense, does it, Dave? I mean,
No,
if you
no.
if you really could track, where uh you know the moisture and everything comes out of your mouth, your breath, and the what area it covers,
Yeah.
you would just know that the mask is not doing anything.
You know, I find too that how amazing this this was the greatest awakening event of all time.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
If you're going to pick one event and you're going to have 1,001 things said negatively about this one event, this CV, and yet look at all the positives. Look at
Right.
all the incredible people that were just, they're not stupid, but just were fooled. We were all fooled.
Right.
And I was a pretty bright guy, did a lot of cool things in my life. Um, Easily, the smartest guy in a lot of rooms. Definitely not the smartest guy in every room, nor do you want to be. But, how did I get duped? It's the indoctrination. It's so powerful. It's
Yeah.
so strong. It's so ridiculously invasive and pervasive to the human spirit, the human soul, that people have fallen into the clutches, into the absolute, I've been showing this off, mind control, uh, MK Ultra programming that the CIA has been doing on us and the military has been doing on us and tracking us and you know and a year ago there were tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, think about this, people that weren't aware of that.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Yeah, and
is
like you said, David, it has nothing to do with mental acuity. It has nothing to do with
right.
intelligence. It's just, in fact, some of the most intelligent people are the most indoctrinated because they're the ones that go for more education, more education, more education, more education, and they're more apt to stay up on current events as is put out in the media on a mass level.
Yep.
So the guy that's digging ditches like me, that doesn't look up all the time, um, they don't get as deeply indoctrinated just because I'm not in, I didn't go for a master's and a doctorate and so on and so forth. And then I didn't become a part of the machine. Had
Right.
I done that and had, knowing what would be at risk, to fully awaken, some of these people are actually choosing the blue pill
Yep. Yep.
because they want their lives to stay the same.
Yep.
They don't want anything to be out of whack, and they don't know what the future would hold if they find out that all of us crazy conspiracy theorists are right. I mean, what they would have to relearn their whole lives, and a lot of people think they already know it. And
Yep.
so that's what's so difficult, when we talk to our family members and friends and people you just look at and go, why can't you see it? And like
Uh,
we said before, you can give them 50,000 facts. And it doesn't matter because they're already thinking of how they're going to knock down your facts. They're not listening.
you know, um, Speaking of knocking down facts, the book burning that's going on. Sharon Vardy says April 10th there's a mask burning in Florida. It's the Million Maskless March.
I love it.
I saw that.
Isn't that
I
awesome?
love it. And
Hey,
it's going to take events like that because, the other thing, Dave, is this new normal thing.
yeah,
That's not a new thing. They've talked about new normals before.
yeah,
And new normals are, they talked about it after 9/11. The world is going to change and it's never coming back.
yeah,
And that is not there. That's not for anybody else to decide. That's
right.
for us to decide.
Yep, exactly, exactly. Um, you got a. Let me see, guys. We'll let Todd know your birthday gifts. You got a happy birthday from Mary Bermudez. Thank you, Mary. Very cool. Um,
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you guys for. Yeah, I love. By the way, you were like, I don't want this turning into a Tesla telethon. I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't think of a better name for it. Tesla telethon, folks. Let's get. Let's see if we can't get Todd up to Tesla level. Um, uh, Also, Carol Eck, thank you, Carol, and Christine Champagne, thank you. Very cool, very cool. Uh, March 30th is Todd Tesla Getaminsky Day, folks. Welcome, Todd. Why don't you drive us around? What would you like to do, bud? First of all, how was your day? What did you do so far?
So far, I was greeted with a happy birthday from Cindy, which was brilliant and great. And then she gave me her gifts, gave me a couple gifts and a lot of love and a nice card. And Shelby gave me a happy birthday, Dad. And I went off to work and worked my butt off. Went to my brother's, helped him with the Healy, and I kind of started looking at stuff, looking at posts and what I was going to talk about tonight, and
Hmm.
it's kind of like I feel like sometimes I feel like a hamster on a wheel when I go directly to the posts,
Uh-huh.
um, because they are informative and they are and continue to tell us that we're on the right track and to hold on and to hold the line and
Yep.
keep up what we're doing. And it doesn't, and we're reminded all the time right to our faces that, when we see Joe and the hand in front of the microphone and Joe falling up the stairs
Yep.
and Joe's head disappearing and Joe calling Kamala Harris the president and Joe threatening Putin and calling him a killer and negotiating poorly with China. And, it just like goes on and
Mm-hmm.
on, and fake press conferences in the Rose Garden. The lights are out at the White House at 11 o'clock every night. It's, and never flying on Air Force One, never being call signed at Air Force One. They're telling you all the time,
Yep.
and they're giving us what we need to know. And we should be loud. I'm getting that. Um, we're supposed to be doing what we're doing. We're supposed to be enlightening people that want to hear this. Not everybody will or wants to.
Yep.
But for people that have even a question about what's going on, how can you have a border situation like this and not have a question?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see it in the media where, they Cuomo is actually, through the COVID mess is way more than a person that is um, touching, subordinate women in
Yeah.
inappropriate ways. They're giving him a parking ticket as opposed and paying attention to the parking ticket as opposed to what the real crime he committed was. And
Mm.
so you just look at these diversions and you look at it and you're just, it just it if you're awake and you see all these things, you just have to trust the plan at this point. You have to. You
Yes.
see the ever given getting stuck in the Suez Canal. When do you that thing's been around since the 40s, Dave? How many times do you
It's
remember
never
anything?
been
How
blocked
many
like
times have
that.
you ever seen a ship caught in? And what is written as big as it can be in white letters on the side? As soon as you see it, it's like, "Thank you, Evergreen."
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Um,
it's like, here's your sign. We're still in the game, guys. It's not. This isn't over. And it's just,
I
I
mean, I
I
mean,
just
there were so many clues about that. The 17 meters, the 17,000 pounds of sand, the penis before it went into the canal. I mean,
yeah.
it's crazy.
And today I wrote down the Dow closing. Did you see the numbers?
I did not know. I mean,
Okay, the Dow closed today at 33,066.96.
really?
So if you write it out, there's 33,066. All right. So what we do, we would
Are
probably
you
add
looking
the
at the
threes
S&P
together
or the Dow, right?
at the Dow. Yeah, the Dow close. Yeah, pull it up so everybody can see it.
I got it up now. So let me see. This is the mini Dow Jones. Wait a minute. This should be the Dow, right?
The mini's different.
No, it's I think it's just trying to tell us about it. Here's the Dow futures. Yeah, I think this is the Dow. 32,973.
No, no, it closed
Oh, I
today at
see it. 33,066.6.
33.96. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I add the threes together, I delete the zero. And what do you get?
Hold on. Trying to get there. It's not showing me what I want to be seeing. right here, guys, is this was. I'm not seeing that close. So go ahead, add them all up again.
The 33,000, the 33, the
Okay.
numbers are 33066.
Okay. Right. So 666 basically.
Yep. And then it
Yeah.
was down 104.41. 104.41. So when we looked at numerology and all that stuff, we get 5-5 out of that.
5-5. Interesting. I like it.
I mean, I told you
I'm
how
not
many
helping.
times, how many times did it add up, for in a 2-week span, I'll bet you, 10 open days of trade,
Yeah.
6 or 7 times the numbers added up to 17, the closing.
And what time period?
Uh, a couple weeks ago, during a 2-week span, about 6 out of the 10, it was 17. The first, 31,000, 610. It added up to 17 every time. I was like, oh my God, really? It
Yep.
For like 3 or 4 days in a row it did it. I think I mentioned that to you. I don't know if we mentioned it on the show, but I've been looking towards the 17 post 666,
Let me
where they
go.
mentioned.
Let me go there.
Yeah.
5 days weather, 17%.
Let's see.
Yeah, and Cindy sent me something while I was at work today, and it said in the weather forecast locally, for the next 5 days, we have a 17% chance each day of precipitation.
Not next 5 days, but in the next, between now and April 6th, there were 5 days where it was 17% chance. Of course.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, it's
A
you
lot,
know,
a lot of clues. A lot of clues out there for people that are paying attention. I drew up 666. Do you want to read it or would you like me to?
oh, go ahead. I don't even have my computer fired up yet.
Okay. So this was February 5th, 2018. Why did the memo drop a Friday and before the Super Bowl? Did this seem strange to you? Watch the news. Rothschild estate sale, Black Forest. Stock market dive 666. Coincidence? And that's what it was today, right? It closed at 3066. So 666. I'm sorry, 30366. Soros
Yeah,
transfer.
33066.
All right, I was off. Yeah,
Yeah,
33066.
yeah.
Soros transfer of wealth. Dopey freed. Marriage for power, not love. Hilton, Roth, Soros, Clinton, etc. News unlocks map. Think mirror. Which team? They don't know. Apache. These people are evil. Still don't believe you are sheep to them? 2020 coming. Public is vital. Release of info vital. Outrage, justice. Can we simply arrest the opposition without first exposing the truth? Follow the light. This is a good one we keep coming back to time and time
Yep.
again.
And I've been generically waiting for the 666 drop, and we've had
Right.
we've had some strange combinations of the Nasdaq and the Dow that, combined, they dropped 666.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and we've had
That was
other.
like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I pay attention to the numbers in there because we all know that the market's manipulated.
Right.
It's if you don't know that by now, I'd like to enlighten you that what you're seeing on your TVs and the markets,
Mm-hmm.
are what they want you to see.
Exactly. Exactly. And we know it's rigged, and so they can control it however they want.
Right.
Um, and yeah, that's the bottom line. Um,
Yeah,
So
because I firmly believe, Dave, that if everybody went and sold their stocks and wanted their money, there wouldn't be anything there.
they don't have enough.
I mean, they wouldn't have enough to pay everybody out what they're saying their stock prices are worth if
Hell
we all
no.
cashed out if we were to actually be able to hit the sell all button at the same exact time, which is not, you know, it's not viable. But if we were to do that, I would be curious to know what the actual money that's there would be.
Yep.
I think it would be sickening.
Yeah, it's they're playing with the fiat currency, no question about it. They're they're
Yeah.
they're they're playing with the money that, when you give it to a bank, they can use 10 times whatever you just gave them.
Yep.
So they
Leverage.
are leveraged that 9 spots basically.
And I think that GameStop showed that how that
Yes.
leverage can come back to bite them.
Yeah.
And if they hadn't stopped, if they hadn't stopped the ability to buy that stock, um, if they had not done that, that could have affected the whole market. And nobody
Yep.
really talks about it. Only a few people venture to go there.
Yeah.
But that's how serious an event that GameStop was when
Well,
that was approaching 400 and it was squeezing the shorts
yeah.
off of the bankers.
Yeah.
That we're talking in game stuff there. That's end of the market.
Well, Todd, they broke the law to stop the market. So
Yes.
they knew what was coming. So they were like, okay, well, we could break the law and go into a class action lawsuit, which we're going to lose, and we're going to lose this company, but we will save the market.
Right. And we're only talking billions there, Dave. You know,
Yeah.
but you see those clearinghouses, once those clearinghouses start falling, it's dominoes.
Yeah.
That goes to the hedge funds go to the banks go under. It's all connected. That had to be, that was not retail investors. Please don't say that people got on Reddit and talked about that and 1,000 people went and bought that stock. It takes
Right.
a lot of money to do that. That is an event that even hedge fund managers, if you put them on a uh, you know lie detector, they're going to say that were some big fish involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the float is, what was on the stock. I think it was 60 million or 100 million, something like that. I don't know exactly the float, but to influence a stock that like that and to create what was going on there and to have it, plastered all over the TV screens of, and have these people that are supposed to know and have your best interest at heart, Jim Cramer. Oh, Mad Money. Oh, he's been talking about for the last 2 weeks is how you got to go get your vaccination.
Yep.
I don't need my money manager telling me what to do with my health. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
Jim,
Exactly.
zip it. And I don't need all the anchors telling me to go get the jab. Why would they
Yeah.
care? And nothing's going to change. This is supposed to piss people off, and it's more than piss me off. And I know what's going on. You know,
Yep.
I know that it's a show, and it's still making me mad. But people that don't respect their choice of their own bodies enough to see through this is truly sad. When everybody on that little box you're staring at is telling you to go get the jab, you should be very worried about that.
Well, it just goes to show you how easily you can control people with fear.
Still seeing people driving in the car by themselves with the mask on.
Yep.
Still seeing it. How far gone are they? How far gone are, I'd like to know the percentages. I'd like to know how many people are wearing the mask and getting sick of this. Well, if we get this, then we'll things will go back to semi-normal.
Yeah.
Are they willing to accept just changing their whole lives where they can wear it 24/7 for the rest of their lives?
Right.
Because that's what they're submitting themselves to right now. And I'm sorry, I don't care if you tell me I can't drive on a plane, I can't drive on a train, I can't ride in a boat, I can't ride on a goat. You know, I can't have green eggs and ham. I'm not getting the jab
Yeah. Well, but
because it's my
Todd, wait a
choice.
minute. Time out. Time out. You say you're not going to get a jab, but were you aware that Krispy Kreme is offering a free donut? Um, I think what is it? Free donut every day for the rest of the year if you get a jab.
But Dave, do I get sprinkles?
That's funny.
No, no, no,
What,
no.
what?
Now you're just being greedy.
If I get sprinkles, okay.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has their price.
That's why
If you see,
I obviously I wanted to let you know that before you embarrassed yourself here because I'm going to hear that door slamming behind you on your way out to get the jab.
you can't hear me running with the phone right now.
Happy birthday. Have a jab. We will
I mean,
change your DNA. There is nothing more important than changing your God given DNA to something absolutely artificial. I got to work on that. But happy
yeah,
birthday.
that's pretty good. Pretty
Ha-
good rap there.
Happy jab day.
God, they're
Um,
gonna, they're gonna. It's just, what are they gonna? A new car. It's like,
hey, we're up to 2988, so 12 more,
oh
and we'll be
God.
able to keep Todd on. Guys, please give Todd some love. You see his PayPal and Venmo up there, even if it's $1 or $2 or something. Let's give him some birthday love, shall we? Todd works endless hours and thankless hours. I know I never thank him, so
Well, come to think of it, you do. You
No, I
thank me.
do. Yeah, I do. I do. I'm very grateful to you, my friend. Very grateful that we got back in each other's lives after, not seeing each other for so long.
No
Um,
doubt. I mean, talk about, I think more midsummer, we were talking about how we're all where we're supposed to be at this time. And how weird was that? Just, I was just flipping through the book, and I was like, that looks like Dave on a beach. What the hell's he talking about? And that's how it started. I was like, I saw you walking on a beach, and I was like, that's cool, because I don't live on a beach. I live in the armpit of the asshole of the universe, I believe.
I had a
That's
great,
that's how I describe Springfield, Illinois.
great
And
visual there. Yeah.
it's not a very let's say scenic.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice in the fall, but and I've been here a lot of my life, but I've been to a lot of different countries. Thank God I got to travel a little bit, and I've seen the rest of the world. And how I came back here and ended up, I'll never know, but I know it. I know why I stayed here. I stayed here for my kids,
Right.
and
Right.
that's
Right.
what happens.
Um, yeah,
But
that's Simpson Springfield. Yes, it is. That's the only thing that we got other than Abe Lincoln. We got the Simpsons. Simpsons. Linda McDonald says Kroger is giving their employers or employees $100 to take the jab. Unbelievable.
yeah, yeah. It's just so even during the NCAA tournament, Dave. They're running these commercials over and over and over, and it's a really good song, and it shows a bunch of athletes doing their thing, and
Yeah.
goes from Olympic to golf to like game winning shots, or like football or something. And at the end, it talks about how we can get back to this world if we all get the jab.
Yeah.
And down
Exactly.
below,
Yeah.
it lists all the sponsors. It's the NFL, it's the NBA, it's the NHL, it's
Yeah.
Major League Baseball. I'm like,
If if they didn't have
wow.
to we're 29:15. We just lost a few because you were talking. But uh,
Did you sing again? I
that's
thought.
probably what did it. I'm on a delay. Um, so let's go to some stuff here. And the other thing too is Jen said that her work is paying her to take the jab, $100. Um,
No,
yeah,
is it worth it? Is
it's
it
not.
worth it?
Why would they have to pay people to take it? Why would they have to do all this advertising? This should be, people should flock to this because there is no other choice. There are other choices. You just got to do them. You just got to use them. The other choices are phenomenal. Um,
Well, and the real deviant thing they're doing now is they're pushing it downstream. They're really trying to go for the kids.
uh-huh.
They've shown over and over and over this girl, 18-year-old girl from Chicago. Locally, they're showing her all the time. Who apparently
Yeah.
was a COVID victim. But they're pushing it like, everybody's falling in the streets, and
Yeah.
we've got to do this, and it's I don't know how to do anything other than what we're doing to get the word out, to look at your options. We're not doctors here.
Yeah.
I don't play one on TV, but I'm not scared to give my opinion.
Yeah. And our opinion is, you just do your homework. That's all. Do your homework. It's a serious, serious thing. Um, so Todd, is there anywhere you wanted to go news wise? What you wanted to talk about last night that you did? Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Uh, yeah, I definitely need to keep the time down.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep this tight. Your health is more important than anything right now. We need the head Schned in good physical shape. So
Absolutely.
we're not going
Yeah.
to vary on that. And really, we're kind of saying the same thing over and over. The only thing I wanted to point out was I think that 1729 post from last night or the night before. I think it was last night that we went to. And there was another one. Was it 925 or 9?
No,
They
742. There was a Scavino tweet that
Yeah.
of them dancing, and that was 742, I believe. Yeah.
The one that I did dive on, and I wasn't disappointed, but it was kind of a disjointed dive, was if you go to Scavino and you go to the buzzer beater video.
Oh, right,
the,
right,
it's a 22-second video. The ball goes through the hoop just right about the 11-second mark, but you'll see it if you play it for everybody, and I won't spoil it. But if you
okay.
notice the score, and yeah, that was a good little quick little dive.
All right.
But the number 11 pops up a lot.
Now, are we going to Scavino's Twitter?
Yes.
Okay. So he had okay, so here's the buzzer beater.
Try to lay back here and let them catch it.
Hold on.
Get it in. Yeah.
Okay. Now, so this is UCLA, Alabama. Okay.
Yep.
And I do not own the rights to this. This is in use under fair use. We're trying to see if this particular gentleman is actually wearing a state-approved mask here. So this is for educational purposes only. Here we go.
You had a lay back.
Okay, come on, man. This is doing this again to me. This is killing me. Come on now. This should not be dragging butt like this. These videos.
Well, that's why I didn't want to take a chance and go with video tonight, even though I do look really good today. Actually, Dave, I took a shower after work,
Uh-huh.
and oh my God, that's a great thing to do every night. I'm gonna start doing that every night.
That's nice of you. Nice to nice of you to clean that birthday
Well,
suit.
I had this water that came out of my forehead today, and it was on my back, and I was like, "What's that?" You know, this. Have you guys ever had water like pour out of you?
No. Out of
For no apparent reason.
my ear last night actually during the show, I had water out of my ear. That was the
Oh
weirdest
my
thing.
God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was weird. A little bit too TMI for the show maybe, but
They're having a hard time with your PayPal. I need to verify.
hey, so Scavino, let's go to the timestamp because this tweet, it's 22 seconds long.
22 seconds. Okay. I'll just, if I can just, this is important that this happened. This is a 22-second video. The score is 65-62, and the gentleman shoots the ball and ties it up to go overtime at 65-65, which would be 11-11.
Mm-hmm.
The very first person they show celebrating coming off the bench was number 11.
Wow. Okay.
And if you look at if you added 11-11, you would get 22. So it all correlates to go to the drops that 11-11. I went to 1-11. I went to 11. I went to 22.
You're breaking up a bit, Todd.
You know, they're important drops. They're things that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I thought that the numbers that the obviously we should go to 11-11 and so
Okay.
forth.
Awesome. All right. So 11-11, which is this was quick. Just did bullet 2 session public attack about 20 minutes ago live. Next, Rod Rosenstein. Yes, plan seems to be moving right along. Context. Forgot to post this along with original post. April A. IG report. Sessions public attack. Rod Rosenstein problems. Seals broken. Arrests. Why was Huber made public? Why now? Everything has meaning. Awan, Tarmac, Iran, North Korea, Uranium One, FBI, DOJ, Mueller, election integrity, immigration bill, border, wall, military start, big month. Amazing coincidence, plus military start wall, you have more than you know. Reason we are here more. Interesting. The A's are
Yeah, that's a good drop. You know,
yes.
The drops have been moving us to Rosenstein and Sessions reappearing.
Yeah.
That's been a common theme. And then also HRC has been important in the last, since we haven't been, going through all the daily drops like we have been.
Right.
Those are important to note. But we've taught the Schneid heads how to do all this.
Yeah.
And I hope that they're taking the time to do it, because when you find things on your own, it's always more important.
Yeah.
And we always, say, it's good to do the research yourself. And we hope that we've given you the tools to do, a lot of it. And we're learning all together as we go too.
Did you go further from there?
Yeah, I went to 1-11.
So the other thing, Todd, is that, Sessions and Rosenstein are like the bottom piece in the Jenga.
Right.
You pull them out.
Oh, yeah.
You pull them out and everyone else goes down.
Oh, yeah. I hope people realize, that how big Sessions is if he comes back. If he makes his reappearance like he's alluded to in the drops, which I thoroughly think he will.
Right.
I think if you look at what he did, he ran against Tuberville for senator of Alabama. He wasn't going to beat Tuberville. There's no way.
Right.
I mean, that they knew that going in. So that was all, I think that was all, just a planned mirage. I think he's been working for the White Hats the whole time.
Who?
So,
Who?
Sessions.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think Sessions could be a huge player in this.
Well, basically, the only real negative that people had about Sessions was that he recused himself from the special counsel. And in hindsight, that was a brilliant move because the special counsel hung themselves.
And it divorced him from Trump.
Yes, exactly.
Publicly.
Yeah.
He had to divorce himself from Trump. That
Yeah.
if you're planning to get be left alone to do some other work,
Yeah.
the best thing you could do at this time, was to divorce yourself from Trump, and the media would leave you alone.
Yeah. This is the Huma tweet, Harvard University Muslim Association, about Obama, about being funded by Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabia exposure, the Muslim Brotherhood, Huma Abedin, what faith does she represent? Who owns the poll machines? Is the U.S. political election system corrupt? They never thought she would lose. They never thought she would lose.
And what's the date on that, Dave?
Oh, this was November 5th, 2017. Right? And it's all of this is coming to the surface. And when you look at this picture here, we've talked about this before. The complete picture would put 99% of Americans, the world, in a hospital. POTUS is our savior. Pray. Operators are active. We are at war. Good night. Barack Obama. Snow White, Godfather 3. What were you going to say?
Oh, yeah. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, that, and don't take it personally towards religious as far as savior. Every time we go through this post, we get the religious people say, well, Jesus is Lord, is the savior. And we understand that. And 17 refers to the Bible and how it's biblical, and if anything, shows nothing but reverence for all faiths. But by savior of the country, I think that could definitely be true here if the reappearance is what I think could happen.
Yeah.
There's no other word to describe it.
There's no when you save somebody, you're a savior.
Right.
All right. You save a person from drowning, you are their savior. Jesus might have been close by walking on water. He might have been in view. He might have been in the person drowning. He might have, set it up so that, you could save somebody. But this is God's divine plan that is being carried out by man. And also Satan's plan being carried out by man. And that is the war. We are the chess pieces on the board of this spiritual war.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's how you can see, where you can look and see where Satan is actually, got his hooks in people with the fear, with the masks, with, all the references to the 6 feet apart from each other. That's all satanic. The mask is satanic.
Yeah.
The control over a person's mind like that is satanic. Do as I say. Do not speak unless the master says you can take the mask off and speak. This is a tyranny that we're dealing with right now. And the next thing in this looks to be the jab for the youth, the border flooding, the crazy COVID, coming in the southern border. Yet they're not allowing Canadian citizens to pass through the northern border, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
No.
We have friendly relations with Canada, and our borders remain tight as a drum up north.
Mhm.
And that just hit me. This whole time we've been talking about the southern border, and we really didn't, even think about the northern border. And I saw a customs agent, or I believe it was a customs agent, interviewed this week, and they were talking about how tight they're keeping the northern border. And I was like, what is this? Why is
Mhm.
that border different? Why are you treating the northern border any different than the southern border? If your policy is, let everybody come in, then, what about our friends to the north?
Yep. Exactly.
It's just crazy. The other thing, Dave, I didn't want to get off track, but I did want to bring up before I forgot. Uh, Ghislaine Maxwell's charges have changed too. They've been added to.
Really?
And that was on disclose.tv, on Twitter
Okay.
yesterday. That was going to be something I was going to share yesterday. And like I said, I'm not going to draw this out because of your health, Dave. And this has got to be something we adhere to so that you get back to normal health. But I
Yeah, I
thought it
had
was,
go ahead.
but I thought
Thank you.
Maxwell is such a big player that we should maybe look at her a minute on Disclosed TV as of yesterday. It looks like her charges have changed, and I thought that was very significant because Ezra Cohen, when Ezra was
Yeah.
remember, he said, "Don't forget about Ghislaine
Yep.
Maxwell, and
Yep.
don't forget about Julian Assange."
Yep.
And Ezra, I believe, knows what the hell's going on, so I'm listening to E.
And by the way, how cool that we know how dialed in Ezra Cohen Watnick is, and was and tied with Trump and the team, and yet was tweeting every day about Julian Assange during the trial.
Yeah, we didn't know at the time who he was,
Yep.
and then we have that revelation that it's just that we were right there the whole time. We had one of the best sources we could. Remember all the dissections and dives we did on
Oh,
Ezra's
yeah.
stuff? Holy crap!
Yeah. Amazing. So
Are you
disclose.
are you to? Yeah, I wanted to see if we were at Ghislaine's
Yeah, just in,
charges.
Ghislaine Maxwell. If you're new here, folks, and by the way, welcome Kelly Lynn. I saw we got a new Snedhead here. But if you're new here, we say Ghislaine because we're not going to give her the respect of using her proper name.
Mhm.
Faces new criminal charges as U.S. expands indictment, adding charges of sex trafficking conspiracy and sex trafficking of a minor. Wow. So they expanded her indictment.
Yep, and
Interesting.
that went virtually untouched on the MSM.
Of course it did.
Mm-hmm.
Everything she does goes untouched, other than what they
Right.
can use. Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was one of those little nuggets that I saw, and I was like, "Holy crap, that's
Wow.
huge!"
Well, you know what? If they were considering this, this would be a big reason for them to withhold her bail, not allow her to post bail. I think they pulled together like 72 million or something.
Oh,
Um,
they were trying to buy our way out. Yes.
yeah, because sex trafficking, you're going to have ways around the world that people don't know about. Um, so, uh, very cool. Hey, Cindy, is
Yes,
she close? So tell,
absolutely. I'm right here.
if you wouldn't mind, I just wanted to share with everybody what Amy did tonight. I guess she said that there were about 40 people on, maybe take or give or take. Some of you had the opportunity to experience the vision seminar this evening. A lot of positive feedback on that. We had some people who couldn't make it tonight, so Amy is going to do a repeat of the complimentary seminar. This is a complimentary, what was it, 75 minutes, Cindy?
Yes, it was.
Was it, did you enjoy it? Any pearls that you pull away?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And well, first of all, kudos to Amy. She's just a very um wonderful, warm person. Enjoyed hearing the backstory that she shared graciously with all of us. And the very uplifting, especially as far as, giving guidance with where you would like to be and different things that you can do, to imagine, 3 years out. I don't want to go into all the details because I wouldn't do it justice to what Amy would. But yes, helping you to reach your dreams and how you can go about doing that and little steps that you can take that are positive towards reaching it, every day.
Yeah, we're talking about solutions here, folks, and the we're stepping into solutions. We're stepping out of the problems into solutions. Some people couldn't make it tonight, so Amy's going to do a repeat of the seminar on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. So not tomorrow morning, but the following morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Thursday evening at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Links will be posted on the Indoctrination website. And for those of you wanting to begin the series of dream building classes starting next week, we'll have all the sign up information on the site soon. So, this is about really, folks, just taking control of your life. This is something that Amy Wazorek does brilliantly. She works with many individuals. And if you go to the shop, you can learn a little bit more about it. Amazing Life for All. And this is Amy, and she really helps people um, get their dreams, grab their dreams, and make them come true. For me
Well,
to
yeah, Dave,
start this,
if I could interrupt for just a second, I
yep,
wanted to give my opinion on this because it's my birthday. Um,
and you can, you got the floor.
um, Amy is working on the other side of the mess that we're in now. And
Yeah,
this is what we talked about. I think when you and I talked, Dave, about how we had already figured that what is going to happen to our country and to our world is going to be such a big change that we were trying to envision what the future would look like without the indoctrination of the
right.
masses and without the evil that has held us down and without the withholding of knowledge and the withholding of wealth and the persecution of basically humanity for the
Mm-hmm.
pleasure of a few. Amy is amazing at envisioning the future and maybe being a guide towards the other side of this. And
Yeah,
I only caught probably the last 15 minutes of it, but from what I was getting, it was right in line with what I was thinking would be a great
mm-hmm.
thing for the Schneidheads or for anybody when you're looking at the other side of this as a personal growth and envisioning a better world and a better place for humanity to be in.
Yeah.
So I kind of got, just like I said, I didn't hear the whole thing, and I'd like to hear it Thursday, but unfortunately I'll be working again. Well, fortunately, but unfortunately for the call. But I just love what I heard from Amy
Awesome.
tonight.
You hit it on the head there, Todd. While the indoctrination, we've been exposing the problems of the world, we've been exposing the indoctrination that has enslaved humanity. And Amy is one of these people who every day is beautiful, and she finds the beauty in everything, and she helps others to find their passion, tap into their passion, because a lot of times we're just stuck, and especially the more insane our world gets around us, the more stuck we get sometimes. And it's about getting unstuck, but beyond that is really soaring. And the reason this is we're here today is most likely because of her, and how she said she heard of a guy who did 60 shows every day for 60 days, a show every day for 60 days. And then I started doing it the next morning. But it's that kind of stuff where she's got a lot of tools to kind of help us get to the next level. And the whole thing we're doing here, guys, this is really about the evolving, getting to the next level, the next paradigm. So I'm very excited for all the snetheads that are going to do that. It's 12-week course. It's 90 minutes a week of basically, and holding each other accountable. But this first one is a standalone event, but it's also free. So please tap into that. And it's kind of like a teaser, but you don't need, you can do quite a bit with just the one class. So, and she wanted to offer that to all the snetheads, as well as I think it's $300 off what she normally charges per person. So, so she's wanting to support us through all this, and support ourselves too. So
Yeah,
thank
check it
you.
out, guys. If you got the opportunity, check it out. You got to keep all options open, and that's kind of goes along the line of what we say is, as a group, here, challenge everything, investigate everything, reach your own conclusions if you think it could be helpful, which I feel just from what I've heard, it just like I heard for the last like 15 minutes of the show, it's like it clicked with me that, wow, she's right where,
Yeah,
she's been there the whole time, like you said, but I didn't know what she did. See it, so
right.
it's kind of like,
Right.
and and you kept it very private. Your family is your family, and you kept it private. But when I found out what she did, I was like, wow, that's perfect. It's like, well, that's awesome.
Yeah. And what was really, she looks like one of these people, like, unfortunately, you just get her on the Zoom, but she literally, I mean, she is an angel. And what better way to get us to the higher levels, the higher paradigms. And
Right.
she's, people just love her, and because she is just very, very caring and giving, and so I think you're going to have a fabulous time with her, even if you just do it for the 75 minutes or so. And
Well, and we're surrounded by angels, Dave. I mean, look at the people we have in this group,
yep,
and look at the people who devote so much time. Um, Barbara Ann, and Christy, and you know Trista, and
yep,
Dixie, and I mean, I don't know everybody that
Marianne.
does everything. I mean, I hate to
Barb.
start naming names like that, but we are surrounded by
yep.
amazing people.
Beth Hill.
Not like, Beth. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Beth is wonderful.
Yeah.
Barbara. I mean, there's just too many to list
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And I shouldn't have started, but I'm just like, you guys, you know who you are, and you know how I am, that it's very easy for me to to get this wrong and trying to be right. But I want to thank everybody who's, put in the time and effort to help us all, because it's a joint thing. And there are a lot of people that do things that I'm not capable of doing, and, vice versa, I hope. you
Yeah.
know, I, it's just been a really good collaboration, and I just can't believe how many, like I said, with all the messages I got today. I mean, talk about the best birthday.
Overwhelming.
I
Pretty
mean, it's
awesome, huh?
just, I mean, friends from Australia, Canada, New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
England, Great Britain. And, I'm going to forget a country there, but my God, people around the world that are sending such, and taking the time to write not just happy birthday, Todd, but a whole thing on, a whole, 5 paragraphs on how, you know, helpful we've been, or how we've come through this together. And, it was just awesome. And I'm not done reading them all. And like I said, if I get 500 messages, I'm going to try to get to all of them, but it's just going to take me a little time. So, but I thank everybody in advance, for all the well wishes and the notes.
Awesome. Awesome stuff, guys. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff I'd love to get into there that we can't. JFK Jr.'s making some waves on Telegram. It's check that out.
Oh, and
Also,
Robert Kennedy.
what's going on with Robert?
Robert has, I've seen a few quotes. Has a paragraph long quote about how he didn't know that in his lifetime that he would be in this battle, but this is the actual battle between good and evil, and we're going to get through this together. We will win. And
Wow.
just very positive things. But it's like we say all the time, Dave. When we're not on the show, we're like, can you believe that we're here at this time?
Yeah.
You look at things in history. There were events like my grandparents had to go through World War I, World War II. My parents went through World War II, Vietnam,
Yeah.
and I miss wars and everything. But when you think about our generation, Dave, we were too young to be in Vietnam, and really the Iraq war and all those things, those weren't those didn't elevate to, they were horrible in their, as all wars are, but we didn't ever have a real mass event, where,
Right.
a World War I or World War II or a Vietnam or a Korea, but this is our time. This is what this is our war.
Yep.
And it's a different war. It's not sitting in a foxhole praying to God that the bomb doesn't hit you.
Yeah.
This is, how do we basically use our minds and our keyboards and our voices to try to get the masses awake enough so that the things that we know they have planned for us don't happen. It's a very stressful thing, and I
Yep.
always try to think of what I could say to help somebody wake up, and there's not any one word or two that you can say, but like, I use the little questions, oh, could you help me on this? Because I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly, and give them a question that, the answer is easy to find, and, kind of red pill people that way. I've talked about the MRC5 that's in the vaccinations and
Yep.
things like that.
Yep.
That was always a good little thing, because I even had friends that were completely on the other side, and they were saying, oh my God, I didn't know that was in there. It was like an eye-opening thing for them. And we have to think of ways to help our fellow humans wake up, and that's our mission.
We're doing it, brother, and I'm
Yeah.
proud to be on this journey with you, and
Yep.
proud to
Yep.
with both you and Cindy and all the SNED heads and all the people that were helping to awaken. And folks, I gotta call it here. And thank you all for the heads up and telling me to go to bed here.
Yep.
I'm gonna get on the other side of this, folks. But it's yeah. I'll be off tomorrow. So Todd, Cindy, enjoy your night off. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. And if you'd like, Todd, you can lead us in prayer tonight if you'd like to, but not to put you on the spot.
No, that's fine. Dear Lord in heaven, please help people who are not understanding right now what everything that's happening around them really means, and let them see through the veil of deceit that the devil has actually put on this planet. I wish with all my heart that I could get this message to everyone in a way that they could understand, and help all of us as SNED heads, as keyboard warriors, as digital soldiers to get this message to people, so that they can open their eyes for the first time in their lives and see what true humanity should be, and picture the way the world should be with the evil rid from this planet. And please watch out for our military, because our military is at risk, and our young soldiers and people who commit to this country do risk their lives daily. I wish for their safety and pray for their safety. The Q team, the SNED heads, the digital soldiers, the actual soldiers that are rescuing children. Just please give them the strength to get through it and fight to the other side of this, so that we can see a brighter future for tomorrow. And in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you all for the prayers from me, guys, and on healing, on a quick healing. Dear God, watch over us all, especially those who need a little extra help. Good night, you all. Happy birthday, Todd. We love you, and we'll be back Thursday evening at 6:30. Much love to you. Please reach out to Todd and Cindy with some love.
Love you too, brother. I would like to thank everybody who has generously donated and sent the messages that, the messages, whatever you can send as far as message donations are appreciated, but your messages carry a lot of weight too, and they don't go unnoticed. So lots of love to you guys, and I appreciate you making it a great birthday for me.
Thank you, everyone. We love you guys, and thank you, Dave, for taking good care of yourself.
Thank you. Love you guys. Good night, all.
Love
Be
you
well.
too. Good
See
night,
ya.
everybody.